Hi, you're face to face with Shell. I hope you're staying safe out there and I hope you're enjoying this series of our travel adventures. I'm going to continue with Castle Chaos and I'm going to tell you about one of, certainly for me, my most favourite nights at the castle. There was only myself and Chris and two other workaways and the two hosts, so there was only six of us. And the other two workaways are absolutely awesome people. We're still in contact with them and they're from Argentina. And the Argentinian guy who I've spoken to them and they said it's no problem to mention who they are. So Santi and Anna. So Santi had been telling us that he had a secret family recipe for a chicken barbecue or barbecue chicken, sorry, and that he would love to make it for us one night. So the hosts agreed, thought brilliant. So in true Castle Chaos style, the hosts had went out and bought chicken, but of course they hadn't told us that the chicken that they left in the middle of the kitchen was raw chicken and needed to be put in the fridge. They just came in, dropped the bag off and away they went and never said anything to anyone. Then they were away for the night working and nobody knew where the smell was coming from until eventually we sussed out that there was a bag of chicken in the kitchen. So that all had to be thrown out and the barbecue didn't take place that weekend. So the next again weekend, myself, Anna, and the female host and the male host all went away in the red van to get more chicken for that weekend's barbecue. As we were coming home, it started to rain, and we thought, oh no, because we had obviously thought we were going to have a nice barbecue outside. But the male host said, knowing Chris and Santi, they will have built something that we can still have the barbecue and stay dry. When we got back to the chateau, yes, indeed, they had actually built something which was awesome. But then the male host said, hold on, why actually don't we have it in the hall? There's a great big fireplace there. Why don't we have it there? So we all thought this is an amazing idea. The host had said they never knew when this fire would have been last lit. It could have been going into maybe a couple of 100 years. And it really felt quite magical. We got out benches and tables and we sat them out in the hall. We were just about level with the moat. We'd opened the windows because it was still quite warm, although it was raining. The soft rain was hitting the moat and the smell of the rain and listening to it, it just really felt magical. So Santi said it will take a while for the chicken to be ready because what he was going to do was light the coals and the woods, but then let them go to ash and the chicken would be cooked on the warm ash. So we were like, yeah, no problem at all. We were having a couple of drinks and the conversation was, it was one of those nights and the conversation just flows, and sometimes it was getting a bit deep, but it really got us to really know each other. Because sometimes when you're on a workaway, there's not a lot of time to maybe get into a deep and meaningful conversations, especially when there's maybe a few workaways around. But when there was only six of us, it was just an amazing night. The host then told us, as he walked around the room, that he was telling us a story of when the French king got kidnapped, and he said the nobility of the time would probably have stood around this fire and talked about what they were going to do and talked about what had happened. And it really felt that you were in history, that you were getting told history again, and you really felt part of it. It sort of transported you back, and as I said, it was a truly magical night. Eventually the chicken was ready, and I have to tell you, it tasted absolutely amazing. Santi was an amazing cook. Sometimes in the castle, he would come in and ask who's cooked tonight, because a lot of the time, if the hosts were away working somewhere else, they would leave myself in charge of the cooking. And when Santi was there, I loved it, because he would say no, that he was in charge this night, and the meals he would come up with were absolutely beautiful. Yeah, they really, really were. And he gave us one of the most magical nights of our time at the chateau, and I'll never forget it. And I'm really so thankful for him giving it to us. As I said, I hope you're staying safe out there, and I hope that you're looking after yourself. I do have a page on my website for other contacts and other forums, so I'll put a link in the description to this video if you feel you might need maybe a bit further help, or just maybe someone else to talk to. Don't struggle alone. There is help out there. So as I've said, I do have a website, and again, I'll put a link in the description to this video where you can head over there, and where I have some photographs of our times at the chateau, and there's lots of other information, so head over there and have a little browse about. Thank you so much for watching, and a huge shout out to my subscribers. It's so appreciated. So appreciated for you watching, and it would also be appreciated if you're liking this series. Give me a little like and a share. If you are going to subscribe, please don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any videos when they come live. Stay safe, stay strong, and we'll chat soon. Bye.